Can I tackle every major ride, try the best food, and still have time to meet Snoopy at Knott's Berry Farm all in one day by myself? I'm Stephanie with Unconditional Adventures, and I want to know, can I do this entire park in one day? Let's go find out. It's my first time visiting Knott's Berry Farm and Buena Park, and I'm excited to check it out solo. I love solo theme park trips. I ride what I want, when I want, try all the snacks and foods that I like, and can usually use the single rider lines to not wait as long. Since I only had one day to visit, I decided to get both a fast lane pass and the full dining plan. The Knott's Berry Farm app is a huge help when it comes to checking wait times for rides, mobile food ordering, and getting directions to attractions. Since I'm new here, it was a lifesaver. Knott's is part of the Six Flags brand now, so you'll have to download the Six Flags app, then select Knott's Berry Farm as your home park. Being solo certainly saves time, but if you only have one day to visit, I strongly suggest coming on a weekday, especially during a festival or during the summer. Weekday visits equal fewer crowds and less waiting for everything. The Fast Lane Pass is also an important tool to ride everything you want in one day. In fact, a one-day visit is nearly impossible without it. You can purchase the pass online or on the app, then when you arrive, you'll pick it up at the turnstiles where you enter the park. I still waited in line using Fastlane, but it was a considerably shorter line most of the time. A lot of the rides will fill a car with those in the regular line, then fill the next car with those in the Fast Pass line. This is definitely not the most efficient way to move people through, but it means I'll generally only wait for one or two complete rides before I board. This park certainly doesn't feel like a typical Six Flags park. I really like the four lands: Ghost Town, which was what the park was founded on, the Boardwalk, Fiesta Village, and Camp Snoopy. I want to explore Ghost Town at night, so I'm going to walk through Camp Snoopy, the kids area, first. It has typical family and kid rides, which I skipped, a restaurant, and several pop-up shops, and I lucked out to catch a meet and greet with Snoopy. Next is Fiesta Village, which has newly renovated and painted decor throughout. It's very festive and quite pretty. Several restaurants and food stands are here, and some really fun thrill rides, including La Revolucion, Jaguar, and one of my favorite rides of the day, Soul Spin. Walk under the train bridge and you're in the boardwalk. This land truly has a theme park on the ocean type vibe to it. It's just really spread out. Unfortunately, two of the rides I was most looking forward to, Sky Cabin and Accelerator, are closed. But I had an absolute blast on Supreme Scream and had a true come-to-Jesus moment on Hang Time. There's plenty of places to eat here, some family-friendly rides, and some midway games to play when it's not blazing hot like it is today. And finally, the original Ghost Town. This land is what sets Knott's Berry Farm apart from other Six Flags parks, I think. There's some roaming characters, several shows including a very moving Native American dance performance, and tons of delicious food. This is a great place to walk around and peek in the Old West buildings. You'll definitely find some surprises and Easter eggs throughout. With my Fast Lane Pass, I got in the front row for the Pony Express, which was an absolute blast but very short ride. There's a water ride, and I actually really enjoyed the Calico Mine ride. But the ride this park is most known for... Okay, so I figured out the best ride in the park is absolutely Ghost Rider. This is a wooden coaster. Ride it at night. If you can get towards the back, you will be fearing for your life the entire time. Probably doing some praying and things like that. But it was absolutely amazing. So don't miss this ride. Again, I would try to ride it at night. We're here like right at park closing, and the line is still like an hour and 15-minute wait. That's how good it is. So don't skip out on Ghost Rider. This is a fantastic ride. Very jerky, as all wooden coasters are. But it's awesome. Like, the speed on this thing is amazing. Ride it in the back, ride it at night, and you will absolutely love it. Another thing Knott's is known for is the food. Obviously, the brand Knott's Berry Farm sells delicious cookies and sweets, and the park is known for boysenberry everything. Luckily, both are plentiful inside the park as well. There are all kinds of meal deals and drink plans that you can add on to your ticket to save money at the park, but the real value is in the dining plans. The all-day dining lets you order an entree and a side every 90 minutes for $35, and the premium all-day dining plan lets you order an entree and a side or a snack every 90 minutes, plus drink refills every 15 minutes for $47. I'm going with the premium to see if it's worth it as a solo traveler. Plus, the snacks here look amazing. Again, the app comes in handy to find restaurants around the park, which ones take the dining plans, and do mobile food ordering. I am not eating at the allegedly famous Mrs. Knott's Chicken House since it's not covered with the dining plan, and I don't want to spend a lot of time at a sit-down restaurant. This could be the most tasty thing on the menu. We got the beef birria, mac and cheese in a bread bowl. Flies are obviously intrigued by this as well. Yeah, look at that. I got it without onions. There's still a lot of cilantro on here. The birria is good. Not a ton of spice to it. This is good. It's a large portion. This is included with your dining plan. Yeah, this is really good size. And there's actually quite a bit of birria on here, the beef birria. It's normally you get kind of skimpy on that, but this is good. That's awesome. So of course it wouldn't be Knott's Berry Farm without something boysenberry. Oh, there it is. So we're gonna try something boysenberry punch that's included with your dining plan. You get that? Oh, that's nice. Good on a hot day, which it is. Slightly disappointed because I went to get a stuffed boysenberry churro and they were somehow out of the stuffed ones, so they gave me a regular churro with boysenberry sauce. So we'll see. Wow. The churro is amazing. Very hot, cinnamony, sugary. This is fantastic. Like, this would be good by itself. I can only imagine like the stuff just adds an extra kind of a sweetness layer to it. This is really good. What I thought was going to end in disappointment, pretty darn tasty. So did I save money with the premium dining plan on all the things I ate? Absolutely. As a solo traveler, would I have realistically ordered that much food without the dining plan? No way. The portions are huge, the sweet stuff is really sweet, and I struggled to use the dining plan even every 90 minutes. So if there's two of you, split a dining plan. If you have kids with you, you could easily split a dining plan between an adult and one or two of the children. And the drink refills on the premium plan were a huge benefit on a nasty hot day. Be sure to check out my full dining plan and food review video. I'll put a link in the description. And if you've learned anything new so far, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. If you're on the hunt for themed merchandise, check the stores near the front of the park on your way in or your way out. There are themed items for nearly every ride, as well as park merchandise, so I'd go in at least one shop in each land. And in Ghost Town, be sure to check out the Classic Candy Store for all kinds of Knott's Berry Farm cookies, syrups, jams, jellies, candies, and more. One important note about this park, it is completely cashless, so bring a credit card or a debit card, or look for one of these cash-to-card machines to get a prepay card that will work at all the food and merch locations. Knott's also offers a host of seasonal events that I would love to come back and check out. Arguably the most popular is the Boysenberry Festival, which runs March and April. This is a great place to try even more delicious specialty foods, which I'm excited about. Knott's Scary Farm runs the end of September through October, and while I'm sure it's not as scary as Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, I bet Ghost Town can get a little extra creepy after dark. And Knott's Merry Farm during November and December. There's something about seeing a theme park decked out in holiday decor and Christmas lights that I absolutely love. And of course, getting to ride more rides after dark, primo. If you want to check out Knott's Berry Farm during a seasonal event or as an add-on to your visit to Southern California, I can certainly help. I'm a travel agent who specializes in theme park visits, both for solo travelers and theme park adults. I love to strategize, and I can help you plan the perfect day here at the park. Be sure and comment below or reach out to me at my email address in the description. So can you do Knott's Berry Farm in one day as a solo traveler? Absolutely. You'll need a Fastlane pass, and you'll need to prioritize the rides you don't want to miss and the foods that you must have. But Knott's is doable, fun, and so worth the trip, even solo. So it was a great day here at Knott's Berry Farm. I really enjoyed this park. This was my first time here and got to ride all of the major rides except for a couple that were closed. But all in all, don't sleep on this park. This is a great one to come visit, even if you're coming to visit mainly Disneyland. Happy adventuring, everybody.